Let's have here example number 5. So what if the case is like this? So number 5, we do have 3x squared minus 12x plus 6 is equal to 0. So in the case of that, so if your constant term is on the left side, so let's move the constant term to the right side. Then, since the given quadratic equation, ang value ng a niya is greater than 1 according to the steps that we have mentioned earlier, so we can make use of completing the square aside from it was arranged in the form wherein the constant term is on the right side, its a should be equal to 1. In the case of this, its a is 3. So we have to make that 3 equal to 1. That is by dividing all the terms by 3. By dividing a number by itself is equal to 1. So you are not just only going to divide 3 on the first term. Since kasama niya itong tatlong to, yung dalawa pa, so you're also going to divide 3 on the numerical coefficients or the constant terms on the second and the third term. So in that case, magiging 3 divided by 3 is 1, magiging x squared na lang to. Then minus 12 divided by 3, that would be 4. Then copy x. Then 6 divided by 3, that would be 2. So since ililipat natin siya sa kabila, that would become negative 2. Kasunod tayo. Then, from there, we are now going to use b over 2 quantity squared. So, mas madali if we're going to make use the value of b of the equation in simplified form. So, that is this equation. So, the value of b there is 4. So, substitute it here, magiging 4 divided by 2 quantity squared. Then, 4 divided by 2 is 2 quantity squared, which is equal to 4. So, that 4 is to be added on both sides of the equation. So, that will become x squared minus 4x plus 4 equal to negative 2 plus 4. So, get the factors of this left side because it's already a perfect square trinomial. So, get the square root and the operation. So, cancel that square root sign. We do have here x minus 2 quantity squared. But x minus square root of x squared ay x, square root of 4 ay 2. The operation of the middle is minus. So, it will be equal to negative 2 plus 4. That would be positive 2. Then, get the square root of both sides of the equation. By cancelling the square root sign now, then it will be x minus 2 is equal to, again, 2 is not a perfect square. Also, it has no factor. So, in one of its factor other than 1 is a perfect square. So, it will stay as it is. You're just going to attach positive, negative before that square root of 2. Then, move negative 2 to the right side of the equation. So, it will become, let's continue it here. So, x is equal to 2 plus or minus the square root of 2. So, this is already accepted as your solution. So we can say that the solutions are 2 plus or minus the square root of 2. Or, gusto mas maging sigurado pa, your first solution is 2 plus square root of 2, and the other one is x sub 2 is equal to 2 minus square root of 2. So, for us to come up with the two solutions to the given quadratic equation. Kasunod tayo. Next. So, example number 6. An example number 6, the given here is x squared minus 3x minus 5 is equal to 0. Hindi ulit siya naka-arrange in the right form. So, we have to move negative 5 to the right side of the equation. So, that will become x squared minus 3x is equal to 5. Then, from there, we are going to make use now the expression b over 2 quantity squared. So the value of b in the given equation is negative 3. Substitute it, that would be negative 3 over 2 quantity squared. So hindi siya exactly divisible. So even if it's not exactly divisible, pwede pa rin tayo mag-answer. That is by distributing this exponent on both numerator and denominator. So we'll come up here with negative 3 squared is 9 over 2 squared is 4. So we'll have 9 over 4 as the number to be added on both sides of the equation. Paano nangyari yun? Naging ganito yon. Yung ginawa dito, ganito yun. Ganito yun. Negative 3 squared, quantity squared, over 2 squared. So negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. 2 times 2 is positive 4. That's why we do have 9 over 4. That number is to be added on both sides of the equation. So we do have here x squared minus 3x plus. That number 9 over 4 is equal to 5 plus 9 over 4. Kasi nga sabi natin, pwede maging fraction. Kasi nga, since quadratic equation yan, yung value ng a, b, and c natin can be real numbers. So those are real numbers. So pwedeng fraction. So you don't have to worry about this. It's because it's already a perfect square trinomial. Yung gamit nito is for us to make that left side a perfect square trinomial. So just getting the square root of first and last and operation of the middle. Square root ng x squared ay x minus square root ng 9 ay 3. Square root ng 2 ay square root ng 4 ay 2. So we do have x minus 3 over 2 quantity squared. So it will be equal now to this one. So you need the LCD. The LCD is 4. That will be 5 times 4 is 20. And 4 divided by 4 is 1 times 9 is 9. So plus 9. So simplify this one. When we simplify that, we do have here x minus 3 over 2 quantity squared is equal now to 29 over 4. Then, let's apply extracting the roots. So to cancel out the square root sign here, may iwan ay, continue natin dito, may iwan ay x minus 3 over 2 is equal now to 29 is a non-perfect square, so that would be positive, negative square root of 29 because wala na rin siyang factor, while 2 has square root of 4 ay 2. So if you're going to look at it, move natin yung constant term to the right side. So once we move it to the right side, it will become x is equal to 3 over 2 plus or minus the square root of 29 over 2. So since both of them are with the same denominator, o natatawag na similar fractions, pwede natin pag-isahin yung denominator niya. So we'll come up with the final answer as x is equal to 3 plus or minus the square root of 29 all over 2. So we'll have that as the answer for number 6. Kasi sabi natin, even if hindi natin siya paghiwalayin, kung hindi naman exact yung solutions niya, enough na yun, na acceptable na yun as an answer, even if hindi na natin siya paghiwalayin. So that's how we solve examples of quadratic equations.